Coach, as you know, being over in Orlando, still a bit warm here in Florida, but really all things considered, a wonderful fall afternoon for football here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Buffalo Bills and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 180! Hey, let's get that. 65, 65. Check 13!
Garoppolo now, first down throw. And Brate, the tight end's got it. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Looking to throw again on second down. Garoppolo. This is Miller. Complete. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. Oh, and breaks another. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. An effective 7-yard third down conversion. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive. Couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Garoppolo now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Big Shaq Lawson gets the sack there.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks. Here we go. Great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch. 12, fellas, here we go.
After the sack on first down, Garoppolo. Flush to his right, and he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's third.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Hey, gun.
From the gun on third, Garoppolo. Looking downfield for Jones. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Harris starts the drive on the ground, and he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really...
Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase it.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. On on 3rd and long. It's Allen. And he's going to go down again. Dee Ford providing a little deja vu. Back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowski to punt this one away. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
At their own 31-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
No chance. Switch. White. Check 37. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Alex Anzalone. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? Now Garoppolo. Trying to lay one up deep. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Slips past him.
Where'd he go?
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Allen, that's complete to Taywan Taylor. It's a pickup of 17 on that one and a Bills 1st down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards that time and a Bills 1st down.
And a Bills 1st down.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Operating from the red zone now. Allen. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. We're scoreless after 1. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
I don't know if there's any other way to put it, but that play was blown up right from the snap. How about the guys on the defensive side of the ball? It's almost like they were in the offensive huddle.
Yeah, it's one thing to stand him up from that 1-yard line. Pushing him back to the 5, though. Wow.
Yeah, I like what you just said there. Not just stand them up, but end up making a play on the other side of the line of scrimmage.
And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ed Oliver able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game.
Here we go.
Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
To try again after the sack. Garoppolo. And this is caught by Evans. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. It's a big play there for the Buccaneers. 58 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
Here we go. 180.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Here we go. 180. Nick. Go ahead.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. He rifles one that's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do?
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. 87 yards. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Hauschka adds the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This one taken from the 7. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Here we go.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say that great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I
was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Garoppolo. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
Here we go. 180.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Garoppolo on first down. Drops it to Jones in the flat. 7 yards on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. Now the 2nd down throw on target. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
When Mike Evans sees man coverage, I don't think he's the only guy who gets excited. I'll guarantee the guy throwing the ball does, because guess what? He's got a lot of options about where to place it because of Mike Evans' size and frame.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Go ahead, go ahead.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. Flushed out right. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open?
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
They'll start on the ground with Harris. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 12 yards that time, and a Bills 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage just come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Taywan Taylor, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Now Allen to throw. Going to throw again. He's going to air one out. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's sort of a 2nd quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a 2nd one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the 2nd.
Here we go.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the 2nd half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Garoppolo. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. He's picked off near his own 48. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
49-yard line.
45. 45. Here we go, D. Here I come.
So after the INT, it's Allen. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills 1st down. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
We got 4. We got 4. Check. Check 43. SOS.
From the gun, it's Allen. His throw caught at about the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Allen now looks to throw. steps away to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Allen on the keeper. Incomplete on the throwaway. It's third down.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. To the shotgun snap to Allen. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. And the 13-year man puts it through, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
This is taken at his 4. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
It's just me and you.
Allen fakes the give and keeps himself. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Short throw, pick 6 right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down.
Hey, Delta.
Play action. Now it's Allen. Throwing left side, it's complete. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? And a big loss here as he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 22-yard line. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Allen going to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off down near the 5. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
At the 36-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Check. Lucky. Check 50. Check 50. Shit. Switch it. Easy. Mike 51. Watch screen, Timothy.
Now it's the backup Winston. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
After the penalty, it's Jones. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Winston throwing complete to Mike Evans. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Green, Timothy.
Mike's 49.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Trump. 49's the Mike. Watch 49.
Man, I got you.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Oh, he's thinking end zone. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Allen is going to go for a big play downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 28. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now.
And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Shaq Lawson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Jameis to throw it. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and 19.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Watch the twist, watch the twist.
Flip it, flip it, flip it. Mike with you on.
3rd and long for Winston. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. Back now in Tampa. As we've got the final quarter upon us, we get ready to start the 4th. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. To return is McKenzie. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point 4th quarter lead. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll run again with Harris. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Escaping the pressure right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep. And now here is another interception. Carlton Davis picks it. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Jacoby Myers, the intended receiver. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. All day, baby, all day. Let's go.
From the gun, Winston. That is caught. It's Perriman. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. Quite the turnaround from a week ago where he threw 4 interceptions. He hasn't had an interception this game, and he told us during the week, my goal, goose egg. He's achieving that so far.
And what we're seeing is a guy that you can win with, all right? Because anyone who can make that type of an adjustment to shake off a really horrendous week the week before and come back and play mistake-free football to this point, yeah, that's a guy I want to play with, that's for sure.
Here we go, even. Bang, bang, bang.
Looking to throw on second down. Winston. Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey, let's go. 5-0.
And the blitz does come. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. That's going to be caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
Check nickel.
They'll run with Barber. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got it 2nd and goal now as they look for that final dagger. Now Winston. Forced out to it, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. 1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big.
Hey, Mike 51. Got you, boy. Right here, guys.
Winston to throw. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Gay's kick is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He's back to throw. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now Allen. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, 2nd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
It makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
He's checking.
They'll look to throw. That's complete into the hands of Myers. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. They're going for it. This is Harris. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Allen to throw. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Back to throw. Allen. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close. To a turnover there in the end zone. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for the Bucs, It'll be a .500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, they also will exit this one at 2-2. And fortunately for them, they'll have the early bye next week as they return to action in Week 6. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew.